for a finish there. Like, it was, maybe on the Tipperary game, the fluency maybe didn't look as fluent there at times, but they had 13 behind the ball. That's how we held our composure, and we kicked off the score, got in there eventually, and we got the lead. So as we opened up and we're now convincingly,
He started both half very impressively, the goal in the first minute and then 2 goals early in the second half, which kind of put you in a very strong position.
Dylan had the ball in the net within a minute, I'd say, and so something we had worked on. We said we were going to target the first 15 minutes for the ball break all the time and push on as much as we could. Now we are doing an awful high press, I suppose. We're pushing 6, 8, 9 players up all the time, and hoping to turn them over. It probably works too. We're getting a lot of turnover ball and we're getting a lot of scores off it. But we have to be light with that score now again tonight, 4-20.
I suppose a different test coming up going all through the night in the final.
Oh, this is the ultimate test. We're All Ireland under 16 champions, we beat All Ireland champions last night, so this is where you want to be. That's how you test yourself. You want to be playing in games, you shouldn't be out there. This is the one.
Shot come around again though, I suppose.
Yeah, even we seen from the Tipperary game, it's taken a lot out of the lads. Brian Mack, Brendy, Maldron, Quinny and Mark Coughlan, they're all picking up injuries now. So you're going on 4 days, now you're going 6 days again. So the recovery time is getting tougher all the time. We're looking with the same 15 out there, but it's getting tougher because the turnover is short now. But I said it once we were playing games, I said it's the main thing, so hopefully we'll be right for next Tuesday night. Look at it. If we turn this one over, it would be. But we'll get back now on the recovery and see where it takes us for these guys.
A couple of little things to work on them, I suppose, once or twice. You ran shot and see maybe got inside the cover a bit too handy, and again the wides tell you up towards double figures.
Yeah, we are. I suppose we are having a lot of wides, but we are shooting a lot as well. But you have to be the next day. You have to be taking all of those. You're dead right. You have to be taking all of those. On defensive, the back, I suppose we are leaving the full back line exposed. We are pushing our half back line up. We're pushing our midfield up. We're not playing with the sweeper. We made that conscious decision at the start of the year. We were going to try and go for every game. And I suppose we are exposed in fairness. Maybe times we need to tuck in a little bit faster, but you're dead right. It's something we need to work on.
I suppose, Dermot, one thing there in the first half, I suppose Limerick devised a short kick-out sort of plan. They dropped their half-hour line back around, back in behind their centre-back, and they were able to get out a number of times. It took a while for you to sort of adjust to that, and it meant Limerick were able to work the ball up as far as midfield that bit often.
They dropped a lot of bodies back, I suppose, to work it up, Jim, but I suppose the only thing it takes from their forwards in, if their half-forward line are playing that deep, and it kind of takes a bit from them. Then they don't have the numbers up. But I suppose we crowded it again for a finish and we turned over a bit of ball and we got it tough and then again we worked it out
And I suppose it's probably good to have probably 1 or 2 question marks there against there tonight, areas of sort of going into Kerry, because obviously you want to see them come out here tonight because you don't want to see them come out against Kerry. So in terms of that, it probably getting back to training as well, it's 1 or 2, delighted with all aspects I suppose, but 1 or 2 things that probably need to be ironed out as well.
You'll have always things to work on, but I suppose when you score 4-20, and I suppose as you said, we had a lot of wides, maybe we conceded a bit, maybe times left ourselves exposed. There's always plenty to work on, but I think we're going the right way. We're trying to play the right football, and when you're playing like that, you're always going to cough up a few chances, maybe expose yourself a bit, but we're absolutely delighted with the lads the way they played.
And I suppose lastly, I mentioned Fionn Kelleher last week, I probably picked him out, but this week I suppose definitely Darren Eagle, 4 points, 2 off the right, 2 off the left, created 2 goal chances and didn't turn over the ball at once, created 6 or 7 points as well for the rest of the forwards. Just absolutely outstanding tonight.
Fantastic talent, Dara. He's very comfortable off both feet, as you said, Jimmy. Never gets rattled like it. He's coming off that right wing lovely, coming onto the left foot. It's hard to know which is his good leg. He's so comfortable on board of him, but Dara's a fantastic talent,
Yeah, I suppose lastly, Kerry next weekend, 1 player from last year's sort of panel, Oisin Mansell, but Kerry in the second half probably, I don't know if you saw the game, but against Cork, but they came good when the game was in the crunch, and definitely Cork probably had them busted for the first 30 minutes, but Kerry, when their tails were up against it, they showed great resilience.
Yeah, I didn't watch the gym, to be honest with you. We were kind of concentrating tonight. We are going to sit down and watch it, no doubt about that, but look at their All Ireland under 16 champions. They beat the All Ireland champions last year. They're going to be formidable, but they're different games we want to play. This is why you play football. It'll be a great challenge for us again in 6 days' time, and we're really looking forward to it.